The accounts receivable module has to be installed for the accounts receivable menu to appear. This demo is going to cover the AR beta version that is currently available. So when you do install the module, you'll see these list of options, and these are alphabetized to be consistent with the other menu options in USASR. The AR ledger query is similar to Classic's EIEIO BARC option and is set up similar to the USASR activity ledger query. The billing is where you're going to create your billings. So this is similar to ARF's billing option. Credits is a new feature and allows you to post credits to existing invoices. Customers is where you're going to be creating your AR customers. So this is similar to ARF's customer window. Ledger codes is where you will be creating your ledger codes. So this is similar to ARF's invoice ledger window. Payment locations is similar to Classic's remit address window in ARF. Payments is where you're going to create your payments and receipts. And then this last option is a customer statement. This is a canned report, and it's similar to ARF's AR state report option. The other reports that are available I have listed here. We have an AR billing, a detail option, and a summary. We also have an AR detail report and an AR tran. So these are all template reports that can be customized. The AR detail is similar to Classic's AR DETL report under the AR report menu, and the AR transaction is similar to the AR tran report in Classic. So let's get into a few of these options. I'm going to take you to the ledger codes. So these are the ledger codes that are currently sitting out here, and you can easily create one by clicking on the create option. So existing districts that are on the beta version, when their data gets imported in via the billing and payment imports, it will create the ledger codes that they used in Classic, and it will create them automatically in the redesign. So very simple, you've got your code, you have a description, and you have a days till due option, which you can set in like a specific number like 30. And when you do that, then it's going to record 30 days from the billing date and put that date in the payment due date on the billing. Go back up and go into customers. So you see, again, another grid-based, these are all going to be grid-based. And you have a couple different customer types. You have vendor customers and you have AR customers. Now, again, if you are a future redesign district, when your data gets imported into the redesign, it's going to include your ARF data as well. So when all of your other USAS data gets imported in, your ARF data will get pulled in as well. So for those districts that are currently on the redesign, you can, with the assistance of your ITC, import your Classic ARF data into the redesign by using this import option. And so when that information gets populated, then, like I said, you have customer types and you have vendor types. So if you need to create an AR customer, you would use the create AR option, and it will allow you to enter in the information, and it'll post that vendor onto the grid. If you want to take the vendors that are found underneath core vendor and pull them into the AR grid, you're going to use the create vendor customer option. When you do that, basically you select the vendor that you want that exists currently in core vendors, and it will add it to the grid with the vendor customer type. Billings. Again, customize the grid. And so what I have set up here, it's just a very easy way to see where am I at with my billing. So I'm going to pick on a specific one, and I'm going to pick on Bus Garage. And you notice too that on your ledger codes, you don't have a 4-character limit like you used to in Classic, so you can make it more descriptive if you need to. And then I'm going to pick on 1014 here. And so with this one here, I'm going to go ahead and on the grid, you can see right away where I'm at with this. I created it on June 30th. The total billing amount was $37.50. I paid the entire thing off. I didn't have any credits to apply. I don't have a remaining balance. It gives me the status of the billing and who created it and when. So if I wanted to go in and just view it real quick so you can see, it's going to give you the header information up top and then the item information down below. So if I posted this billing and I wanted to apply an additional payment to it, I could go into apply payment. That will open up the payment window and allow me to make a payment against that billing. Other things that you can do in billing is you can edit an existing billing, you can clone one, you can apply credits, and you can click on print to generate either an XML or PDF format. I'm going to take you into payments. So when you click on the apply payments in the billing window, it'll take you to open up a payment window. I'm going to go into this one that's related to this billing that I've already paid on. And so basically it's going to take you in here. And then it's going to automatically default to the next payment number on file. And one thing that you don't see at this point, when you're actually creating a payment, there's going to be an option down here that says generate receipt, and it will be checked by default. And what that means is that when I post this payment, it will also create a receipt in USAS. So I could go into transactions and go into the receipt option in USAS and look up that receipt afterwards. So obviously that check mark, if you do not want a receipt, but you do want a payment posted, you can uncheck that generate receipt option and it will post the payment, will not post a receipt, but then you would have to go into transactions, into receipts, and post the receipt from there. Credits. So I talked about credits a little bit when we were in the billing. So if you created a billing and overpaid it, those credits are going to appear in the credit grid here. And you can take the additional overpayment and apply a credit to another invoice against that customer, or you can issue a refund. So an example, this one, Jill Jones, there was a $100 overpayment made on this billing. And so it looks like some of the credit was applied to other invoices. There's still $82 left. If I wanted to generate a refund check for the $82, I could either click here and select refund credits, or I can just click on the dollar icon and it will bring up a pop-up and allow me then to create a refund check. The last thing that I want to show you in here is the AR ledger query. This is a fantastic grid and it's query based, so there's no transaction posting. So like I said, this is very similar to under transactions, the activity ledger query. And so you can go in and filter whatever you need to look at the history maybe of a billing or of a customer, or AR transactions by date range. The sky's the limit with this. So I have my AR ledger set up to show the type, my ledger code, my billing information, my payment, and my receipt information. So if I'm going to pick on that bus garage transaction. And what I'm going to do is sort by type. And it's going to show me basically the history of this billing. So I had $37.50. I don't have any amounts left. So apparently I paid that billing. Here's the payment information with the payment transaction number and the amount. And then the last line shows me the receipt. So that's the USAS receipt. And so again, I have my USAS transaction number. And if I scroll over, the amount of the receipt. Well, this completes the mini demonstration of the AR module. Thank you.